Why, hello there everyone, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and yeah, it's been a while since the last live stream, but hey, I'm back, and I do have a bit of free time today, so without further ado guys, so welcome. I don't have much plans today, but I hope everything's going well. Hello there. The Savishal. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I apologize, but welcome to the chat. I don't have any big plans, so we're just gonna be chilling and chatting and catching up on some things, because animal out there, Sensei. Depending on what you mean by that. But it's honestly been a busy week for me. It's still getting more busier. Hello there, Y6. Yeah, so currently what is currently happening in my personal life is that I've been busy. So my stepsister is getting married. I know, anime plot lines, and it is kind of confusing because I don't know exactly how the schedule is going to work for her wedding. So it's a bit up in the airs, honestly, at this point. And also my spider work has been overcumbering. And yes, I do have more babies I gotta feed now. 106. Can you do 20 push-ups for us? I mean, 20 push-ups? Not on stream. Not today, but maybe sometime soon. I do gotta train later, so I'm not gonna just exert myself when it comes to my physical strength as of now. But I could do 20 push-ups, just not this time around, guys. But I hope everything's going well. And yes, I do gotta train later today, even though I trained earlier. So I'm training twice because I gotta get into shape for a role. And then I need to do a little bit of makeup, I know, for stage acting. But that's something for more of my personal stuff, guys. But yeah, I'm still training, I'm still staying in shape. I'm surprised people have been asking about if I train or not. I stated in every single one of my push-up videos, I do work out. So I don't want people to take in the context that I just do push-ups. Where did you buy that Pochita plush? Oh, this? So this Pochita plush here, guys, you can't buy it because I made it. This plush is 100% handmade. I made it on a previous stream. It took an extremely long time to make though, so I do make my own plushies, guys, for those who are wondering. And I do have more that I do make. These Peton plushies that I make. So Pochita is just one of the few that I have made. I probably will make more in the future, but maybe not on a live stream, because the last time I did this on stream, it was very time consuming, just put it simply. But this is the only one in the world because it's handmade, by the way, by me. Your physique is awesome. What do they mean? I don't know. Okay, here's the thing that I think a lot of people need to understand. I don't desire to be more buff anymore. And although I am about 20 pounds less heavier, I am happier the way I am. I used to be way more jacked. I used to be 160 pounds. So, how much kgs is that? I don't remember, but now I'm around 140 to 145 pounds. And I've downsized a lot in muscle weight, quote unquote. But I'm happier now because I feel like when I have more muscles, I have a tendency to actually work harder, which is honestly not what I'm trying to do. Because I generally tend to overwork myself, which is typical Asian behavior, which isn't good, by the way. So, honestly, I was advised to stop, not necessarily stop, but reduce my workload. And although my workload is reduced, I still have so much in my hands that I have to work out of, like, I still gotta train, I still gotta diet, and I still gotta make weight, and I still gotta make my physique right for dance tutoring or dance instructing and stage acting. The stage acting stuff is kind of on hold right now, or not necessarily on hold, but nothing is going on. So there's no roles for me to play, honestly. But I'm still gotta stay in shape though. That doesn't mean I slack off. So, but once there's a role or something in it for me, for like a role for me to play for a kid's act or something, then I will get into shape again by going more shredded, obviously. Currently, my body fat is around maybe 10 to 15%, somewhere in that ballpark. Very low percent of body fats. But hey, I gotta stay in shape. For me, it's very easy to maintain, but for a lot of people, it's difficult. And it's easy. And look, it's easier for me, guys, because I've been doing this for years, like training wise. So it it comes easier to me than most people. So don't look at me and then think that I can do this easily. Yes, it's easy now, but it took time. Staying in shape is good. It's always good to stay in shape, but I just want to clear that up because people have been requesting nonstop on my emails and on my videos about my workouts and whatnot. By the way, I stated this again. I stated this so many times. My workout is adjusted on a weekly basis, so it is not the same year round, everybody. And I want people to understand that because it's adjusted weekly based on the body shape that is required for me to do stage acting and dance instructing. So one week I may do more of this workouts, the next week I may do less. So I do want people to understand that I don't have a solid workout, quote unquote. It's more of a tangible, adjustable workout regiment, I guess, to put it simply. So I hope that that clarifies a bit of things. So try and do 40 push-ups. I can do 40 push-ups quite easily, but I choose not to. Hello there, John Knight. My boy John. For those who don't know, guys, you're wondering in the chat, John is an OG here, so hello there, John. Konnichiwa. Oh, it's kind of, it is afternoon, so you would say konbawa instead of konnichiwa, but hey, we'll take konnichiwa, I guess. Try to do 40 push-ups, but yeah, I'm not gonna do. Okay. What's up, people? You're late. They're not late. It just takes time for people to come in. Most live streams on Twitch and other YouTube channels, it takes about 20 minutes to an hour for people to stop in. So it takes time, guys. No need to rush. Everybody has their own pace, and everybody has their own personal things they gotta work with before they can, stop by. Also trying to aim around 26% body fat, which is decently high for my height, and I get bullied a lot since I am also Asian, and Vietnamese are usually quite skinny. You have one huge advantage over everybody else. If they're skinny and you're big, building muscle is such an easier time for you. Like, this is the thing people get confused all the time. If you're big and you're building muscle, and you're getting in shape and losing body fat at the same time, it's much more easier. Skinnier people have a very difficult time building and putting on muscle weight. So, I used to be quite chubby myself, actually. But that was like way back in junior high. So that was like way back when. It's the last week of June. Yes, it is, John Knight. The last week of June, and then it's July. And then that's when it's my stepsister's marriage. And the reason why my stepsister's marriage is kind of confusing is because she's on the other side, not here where I live. So a bit of confusion going on, guys. And this family tree is getting so diluted. I don't even know what we are at this point. It's currently 1:07 p.m. in India. 1:07 a.m. or p.m. in India. I'm pretty certain it's a.m. over there where you guys are. I could be wrong, but damn, if it's that late, should get some sleep. I'm just here to chat, guys. Hello there, Shadowcrafter. It's 3:37 p.m. in Canada. Which province do you live in? That's the question. Because I have friends in Canada too, guys, for those who are wondering. I have friends that live in Halifax. What else? Where else? I know Vancouver. A lot of my Korean friends live in Vancouver, by the way. And some of them do live in Calgary. I think it was it? Yeah, Calgary as well. Tomorrow is Sony Straight's birthday. Huh. I don't know every birthday, John, so this one's a new one. Let me search for this real quick. This is a new one for me to learn. Johnny Strait. Oh, he voiced in Dragon Ball Z. Interesting. And in One Piece as well. I need to study my English voice actors. It's 2:30 a.m. in Vietnam. Whoa, it's getting late. I should go to bed. If it's that late, please don't stay up to watch my streams. I'm just here chatting for fun and just chilling. So there's nothing too big, and your guys are not going to miss out much at all. So if you got to go to bed, you should. Okay, hi, and in Ontario. Oh, you're from Ontario. Okay, that's pretty nice. Man, I miss my Canadian friends. They're so cool, but living in the United States is kind of difficult to talk to them at times because they have some. The way their English is a bit different from United States English, quote unquote. But hey, we still get along fine. And honestly, man, I have so many memories with some of my friends in Canada because we used to talk so much online. We used to go in depth about breakdowns and stuff. I'm kind of lonely now, guys, because a lot of my friends are pretty much living on their own. So it's kind of crazy. Watching this instead of revisiting my mocks. I'll revise my mocks. I'm going to fail. Like a boss, my man, please study. College is pretty important, especially if you're Asian. Why 6? It's summer, so my sleep schedule is effed up, and I am a night owl. Well, if you're a night owl, feel free to stop by and stick around. No, it's good. I can't sleep anyways. Man, it seems like nobody can sleep either. I've been losing a lot of sleep recently myself, because I have a hard time sleeping, for those who don't know. I tend to overwork my head and overwork my body to where sometimes it's very difficult. Well, sometimes it's difficult, but it comes and goes, honestly, about my sleep schedule. I'm stumbling a little bit, guys. I watched Dr. Stone Season 3, Episode 10 dub, and I got one more episode left for Season 3, Part 1. I think Dr. Stone Season 3 was good, but I feel like a lot of people slept on it because this current season was very competitive. A lot of good animes this season. And Dr. Stone Season 3 does lose a little, well, it lost a bit of momentum, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not saying it's bad, but it lost a bit of momentum coming in. And my hair is looking kind of a wreck. But I'll get my hair into style in the future though, guys. I don't ever style my hair whenever I do live streams or do videos on my YouTube channel, guys. For those who are wondering. So, my hair is just naturally bed hair. It's not styled at all. I don't know why people keep asking how do I style my hair. I'll tell you, at 10k subs, I will actually show you guys how I look like when I'm good looking. But until then, guys, please don't think that I look like this. Like I'm some hottie. I'm not a hottie. Not anymore. Not for a very long time. Your videos give me motivation to exercise more. That's the spirit. Motivation. Every day is another day we push on. But if I fight, you fight. I saw barely anyone talking about Dr. Stone this season, honestly. Yeah, Mihawk, that's the thing. If I don't want to say it fell off, but it lost a lot of momentum coming in this anime season. And next season especially is going to be next anime season, that is, the summer anime, is going to be fairly difficult for like attention span, that is. Because let me pull it up for a second on my anime list, because there is so much good animes coming next season. I don't even know if I can watch everything because I have so much going on next month. Let me see if I can pull it up though, because I'm still trying to catch up currently with like the other animes from this season, because I'm missing out. But yeah, next season is going to be way more packed with all of these animes. Jujutsu Kaisen second season, Mushoku Tensei, and like all of these great series. Before seeing your videos, I can barely do 40 wall pushes. Now I can do 15 normal push-ups. Holy smoly! That's crazy. That's improvement, guys. Why 6? That's how you do it. One step at a time. I feel like people think that motivation should come all at once, but the faster the brightest sun dies quickest. That's what the saying goes. So for everybody, it should be one step at a time. And then it should just slowly build itself up. I don't necessarily like motivation that just goes all up on your face. I like it to slowly build momentum, because that's more realistic to me. But to each their own, I guess, on what they want in a motivation. Okay, Sensei, good night. Got busted for being awake. You're awesome. Thanks. The side visual, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Mihawk, I know if I watch 2 anime this summer season is all. I know if I watch 2 anime this summer season, it's gonna be a lot. Have you heard of Hell's Paradise And if you have, would you recommend it? Yes. Hell's Paradise, or for those who don't know, it's called Jigokuraku in Japanese. Jigokuraku, or aka Hell's Paradise, it's an amazing anime, but it's been overshadowed by a lot of other series. Hold up. I actually think it's worth checking out. But I do have to admit, though, I do get a bit of a what you call it? I get a bit of Akame got killed vibes in a way, because they kill off a lot of characters in this show. It is crazy. Jigokuraku, Hell's Paradise. John, I recommend you should go check it out, especially the manga. The manga for this series is very amazing. It's just that the anime is good, but the manga has this weird aesthetic. It's like a perfect aesthetic for this anime, or this series as a whole, that works better in manga form than in anime medium. But yeah, John Knight, I really recommend you go check it out. The dub is fine, but I recommend the subtitles, the English sub, that is. But yes, the dub is pretty good. They do a pretty good job, actually. Which is honestly surprising, because like dubs are getting better over time. Thank God, because it seems like they're investing more into voice acting. But what's your favorite manga? Favorite manga? It would depend. My manga selection changes very frequently, because like it changes depending on how I'm feeling. Like if I like more action anime or more action manga, I probably leans more towards that way. But manga as of now, I don't necessarily have a number one favorite, but some of my favorites in terms of manga is probably Kagero Days, Umineko. Yes, Umineko. I know Umineko's overrated, but I like Umineko's manga. I thought it was pretty good. What else? Should I start watching Kimetsu no Yaiba? I watched episode 1 and left it. Well, here's the thing, Y6. You should. I think Demon Slayer's anime is amazing. So Kimetsu no Yaiba is actually an amazing series. I recommend everybody go watch it. The anime is top tier because it's by Studio Ufotable. Studio Ufotable has an amazing track record of creating beautiful animation. My favorite one, without a doubt, is Fate Zero. I think... So, I know that a lot of people may not watch Fate because it's confusing, but Ufotable is known for creating some of the best animes in terms of quality production. So pretty much Fate Zero was the second anime that put the anime studio on the map. And then now everybody knows Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer for Ufotable. But before then, it was literally Fate Zero and Tsukihime. Now Tsukihime is an underrated series. Oh my gosh, people sleep on Tsukihime. Like, let's see, hold up. Let's see if I can find it on here. It was something Tsukihime. Where are you? Hold up. Let me... Sorry. God dang it. I really want to show you guys because this anime is clearly underrated for what it was for its time. Okay, it's not Tsukihime, it's this right here. Kara no Kyokai. Wait. Hold up. There was an anime, I think it was like 10 episodes, was it? This right here. Kara no Kyokai. This is what I recommend everybody to watch if they can. This was literally the anime that put Ufotable on the map. Like this was the beginning of what modern top tier animation was. And this came out in 2009, I believe. Let's published in 1998. Well, it's not this one here. It was the 2009 adaptation, I believe, that put him on the map. Or 2008. I don't remember what year exactly. You got any tips on how to do push-ups better? Well, progressive overload. That's my go-to. If you already master form in your push-ups, then progressive overload and doing variations of push-ups will help out your chest. For certain. Because people forget that push-ups is not just a tricep exercise. It's also your it works on your pecs as well. and doing other forms of push-ups will help out your other pecs, such as your lower, upper, and mid pecs. Like I do a lot of other push-ups. So other push-ups I incorporate is mountain bike push-ups, incline push-ups, decline push-ups, explosive push-ups, and those are mainly the 4 that I incorporate other than regular push-ups as well to my workouts. Do easier push-up forms then work your way to challenging ones. Do easier push-up forms than work. I agree. Do what you can and then just work your way up. But this anime was essentially what started Ufotable's journey on becoming something much more greater. Kara no Kyokai. And oh boy, man, this is... Gosh, everybody should really watch it, though. This really is a great series. But yeah, though, let us jump back into the anime list. This current season is almost over, and I still gotta catch up on a lot of these series, such as Konosuba Here, Tonikawa, and the Yamanaka 1199 or 999. A lot of series I need to catch up on, guys, but I'm probably gonna binge watch this on Thursday or Friday, depending on how much free time I get, because I'm busy this week. Like I stated, I did hatch out a new Tarantula extract, so I have 106 spiders that are new to my collection that I gotta feed. How are your spiders doing? Oh man, Lupamud, Chandra, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's been a wreck in terms of my spider. I have a lot to feed, so let me just show you guys for a second. Hold up, sorry. I know y'all want me to talk about anime, but give me a second. So if you look right here, there's a lot of tiny containers, and all of those are baby spiders that I just hatched out recently. 106 of them recently. So that's a lot to feed. But I'm working on that, guys. That's work for me, not for you guys to watch, because that's kind of boring. But I will update you guys on a video about that. Oh man, that was a pain to separate. But just check out my our work YouTube channel, Laxo, down below. I'll link that channel for those who are interested in my spider work. Rin, I love my love story with Yamada. Just watch the last episode. Don't spoil it. I love romance, okay? Romance genres is my thing. Just let me finish. By the way, what's your diet? My diet is adjusted to Y6. So today I had 3 eggs, 2 cups of rice, a little bit of pork, with some Worcestershire, is it Worcestershire or Worcestershire sauce? Huh, that gets hard to pronounce at times. And that's currently all I had, and a lot of water. I don't eat a lot, guys, so don't think that I eat a ton. I don't. Oshinoko episode 11 final episode has released. I need to watch it myself. Okay, Oshinoko. Oshinoko, yeah, I am caught up. I haven't watched the latest episode, but I'll catch up with Oshinoko. I think Oshinoko is a great anime. Is it perfect? No, because I know my stuff I talk about, so it's not perfect, but it's great. In terms of like expectations versus reality, or anime versus reality. What do you feed the spiders usually? Roaches. If you watch my my live streams while I'm doing my spider work, typically they're fed either chopped mealworms or roaches. And yes, I do work a lot of the times when I'm recording videos, which is why sometimes I appear either exhausted or sweaty. So for those who don't know, my all of my work is literally right here, like right beside me, to my right. I just don't show it on camera because it's it's kind of strange. Do you plan on giving the spiders away or get a room for spiders? So in terms of spiders, I sell them. I work as a wholesaler currently, so I do wholesale my spiders that I breed, for those who are wondering. And currently, I don't have plans to get another room for spiders, because right now I just need to work on what I have currently and just slowly work my way up. And I'm not gonna lie, it gets very stressful because I'm one guy doing the work of about 5 people. But hey, that's fine with me though, because that's essentially a free workout, and I sweat pretty much every single day. So I burn so much weight, like it is ridiculous. And I have a hard time eating too, because if you're losing more weight than you're gaining, you had to eat more. And so on my cheat days or on my cheat diet days, I literally eat so much junk food. Or not junk food, I take that back. I eat extra, just put it that way, an extra meal or two, just to try to gain back healthy weight. But it gets very difficult at times. But hey, this is why I'm always shredded. Like, it's not intentional, for those who are wondering. It's just, well, actually it is intentional, because I do have to do my stage acting and whatnot. But yeah, guys, it's it's kind of confusing about the spider work. But let us get back into the anime stuff, though. I still need to watch Mashal in terms of the animes that I'm left behind on, and Dr. Stone as well. Well, I kind of dropped it because I already know what's going to happen, to be honest. But next season is going to be even more crazy. It's kind of surprising how much anime has changed over time, because like this much anime you get in one season is how much you will get in 1 year from back then. I'm like a grandpa at this point, and it does get kind of lonely for me nowadays when it comes to anime, because I don't have anybody, or I don't have much people to talk to now, or much of my friends actually, because a lot of my friends, they're all moved on essentially. So although we do talk, anime comes rarely in terms of anime conversations. And although one of my friends did watch the latest Black Clover movie in theaters in Japan, and she and her husband, they recently got in a those extra bonus gifts or whatnot. It was pretty nice for them to talk about it. It's essentially bonus manga, I guess, for more lore. Mashal's a 10 out of 10. I mean, if you say so, Ren. Y6. No one can ever sweat in my room other than me. I got 2 fans blowing my bed, and my AC's turned on to 16 degrees. 16F. Huh. Wow, you're lucky. Because that would never happen to me, because I can't turn on AC. Because tarantulas, to be able to raise spiders and tarantulas, you need the room warm. So, since it's warm 24/7, I sweat pretty much every single night when I sleep. So I'm sweating year round essentially. Even during winter, here where I live, like my heater is literally killing me by making me sweat way too much. Which is why I drink a lot of water too, so I don't lose too much moisture in my body. But god dang, all this anime, man, I can't watch all of this now. I'm starting to understand my friends why we don't talk anymore. It's just because life gets in the way. But hey, this is what happens when you grow up, guys. You get older, you prioritize different things. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very lonely when it comes to talking about anime. I don't have anybody to kick off chemistry with or to. I have hyperthermia, so I sweat buckets. And that's interesting, Y6. Very interesting indeed. But I think you guys need to understand why, like, it gets kind of lonely for me. Although I can talk to people all the time now, I guess, because people email me 24/7, and people want to be friends with me on Discord, sending friend requests and whatnot. Like, I am a very, very, very different sort of anime fan, like, compared to most people. I'm not saying I'm better than everybody else, I'm just different. When do you think Berserk gets another season? Probably never, like, at this point. Because I feel like nobody can do Berserk's anime adaptation right. And although there was that one from the latest one, which was somewhat decent, like a boss, it's pretty hard to predict. Because Miura's work, man, although he passed away, rest in peace, my guy. Although he has some of the greatest, like his manga is one of a kind, but adapting that manga to an anime format is relatively difficult. I don't know if anybody can do it right as of yet. So honestly, I don't think Berserk getting Berserk getting another season is kind of like a risk at this point. It's anyone's call. If it I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't either. So it is what it is. But yeah, though, guys, there's just too much anime to watch, and there's only one me and then my personal life gets in the way. I am getting older, and I am trying to not quit anime, but slowly step back on it, I guess. Because all of my anime friends, they're all graduated from anime at this point. So maybe I should too at some point. True, but what about Vagabond? Vagabond should never get an anime. That is a hot take. But in my personal opinion, let me pull up Vagabond. Vagabond is this is a series that can never get a proper anime adaptation. I don't know who can pull it off, but I don't think anyone can. Because Vagabond is one of the best mangas of all time. And let's be honest, man, I don't feel like anybody can adapt this series. I wish you had more subscribers. You're a cool dude. I'm just a normal awkward guy. I don't know. Why 6? I'm just an awkward guy. I tell you what. I don't like people associate me with like anime, and although I'm very knowledgeable on anime, way more knowledgeable than 90% of people nowadays, I don't view anime as just anime. I view the whole medium. So everything around it, the people behind it, the manga, light novels, visual novels, the games, the production team, the music, OSTs, everybody that came before and after. So, like, I am literally a one-of-a-kind, or, man, I keep saying that. I'm not one of a kind, but I'm a very unique anime connoisseur, quote-unquote. I can tell you the history of anime because, like, anime has been such a huge part of my life that at this point, when I talk about anime, I feel so alienated because people only know anime and manga, and then some will know light novels. But for me, I know more than that. Like if I was to talk about Hiroyuki Sawano for like 5 hours, people will be confused. Like, who's Hiroyuki Sawano? You don't know Hiroyuki Sawano? This guy made some of the greatest anime OSTs of all time. Look at 86. Look at Recreators. Look at Anoa Zero. Like, come on now. Or if I talk about like other voice actors such as Kiyono Yasuno, people was like, who's Kiyono Yasuno? I was like, you don't know Kiyono Yasuno? She's a famous voice actor. She's been around forever. Like, come on. She voices Mikamo Guynamer in Macross Delta, and she can also sing as well. She's an amazing singer, by the way. And like the thing about me is that I know the whole 9 yards. I don't just watch anime. People will talk about anime, but they just talk about the anime. I talk about the whole 9 yards. Everything in it. I feel like if I could find another friend that knows as much as I do, I think I would have a much greater time, or a much enjoyable time, like making videos and live streaming. But all of those people that did exist, aka my friends, they're all pretty much settled down. You know, they're essentially married. Some have kids, and they moved on. So anime is not really their focus anymore. And not to mention, they have work. I do too, by the way. So we kind of don't have time to talk about anime like we used to. Even if we do talk about anime, it's very scarce. It just comes and goes. But someday there'll be that one anime guy though, besides me. Because, I don't know, the reason why I consider myself an anime historian is because someone made a joke about that on a YouTube video that I made way back when. So I just kind of went along with it, I guess, as an anime historian. Now, I don't know everything about anime, but I know a lot. Not just anime, guys. Come on now. If only people understood that. Like, this is why I'm not the biggest fan of anime breakdown videos, because I know that anime breakdown videos or anime videos of people talking about anime is cool, but I think it's more interesting if people talk about the people behind it, because you have to understand, a bad anime is not a bad anime because of the anime studio. You got to understand the people who's working behind it, the staff, the projects, everything, the whole 9 yards. It comes and goes. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like breathing. Like, you just know how to breathe. So for me, when it comes to anime knowledge, and like whoever works behind something, I just know. Like, I can just feel it in my gut. It's kind of sad, honestly, though, but it takes a while for people to get to that knowledge or that understanding of anime, because anime is not just an anime studio, or anime breakdown videos. This is why, like, I don't feel like wasting time making anime breakdown videos. I do like those videos sometimes, but let's be honest, it's just some person like me, you, everybody else just talking about an anime. But if I was talking about an anime, I'm gonna go down to who's behind it. Like, I would chase down the anime studio, the people behind it, and give them credit. Give credit where credit is due. Oh man, like for example, Steins Gate. Steins Gate literally came out in 2011. It was by Studio White Fox, and honestly, I think this is what put White Fox on the map. Steins Gate was actually a visual novel, believe it or not, which, let's be honest, nobody played because nobody wants to do visual novels, but I guess people are just tired of it. The artist behind Steins Gate, he's actually a very cool artist. So for those who don't know, the art creator of Steins Gate, for example, I'm gonna just do a random breakdown video, or a random breakdown for you guys. So the artist behind Steins Gate, the character designer and the artist, he actually was the same character designer as Black Rock Shooter. As a matter of fact, he actually designed a VTuber model, which everybody knows as what's her name? Takanashi Kiara. So that's pretty interesting. And like, come on, like nobody wants to talk about it? Like, okay, I see. People just want to talk about the anime Steins Gate, which to be fair, I guess that's cool, I guess, but like, what happened to the people behind it? Would you recommend Steins Gate? Yes, I would recommend it. Steins Gate is actually a very fun watch, but here's the only critique I have about Steins Gate. It's a very slow burn. It takes about 12 to 16 episodes for things to actually start kicking into high gear. But once it kicks off, it is worth the adventure. But yeah, but there just goes my talk, guys, about anime. But I really hope that someday there'll be another anime fan that will actually knows this stuff. I remember when Steins Gate came out, I was watching it day in, day out. And then 2012 was Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online was pretty much overrated at the time, but just kidding, no. The memes for Sword Art Online 16.5. A lot of people forgot about that meme, but the knowledge. It surprises me, Y6. You'll be surprised at how many anime fans lack the proper knowledge of actual knowledge. Have you watched the Steins Gate movie? Yes, the Steins Gate movie takes place after the events of Steins Gate, this Steins Gate here. So essentially the movie is pretty much saving it's just saving Okabe, because he gets caught up in this time loop and whatnot. And so his existence pretty much dissipates. Like, he's just gone, blinked out of existence. And Makise Kurisu is pretty much your main protagonist. So it kind of flip-flops the main protagonist in the movie. So you're pretty much in the views of Kurisu, and pretty much at the end she saves Okabe, and Okabe comes back into existence, and it pretty much ends here. Steins Gate Zero is actually a prequel, or an alternate timeline / prequel to Steins Gate, the first season. Which I recommend people to not watch that first, save Steins Gate Zero to the end after you watch Steins Gate and the movie, so that way you don't spoil yourselves, by the way. Because Studio White Fox, man, they do a pretty great job when it comes to adaptations and whatnot. Oh man, but I could talk about anime 24/7. Not just 24/7, but like, I can educate everybody when it comes to anime. Like, but I don't. You see, I get kind of lonely, guys, because we're doing an anime tier list. Not today, 7. We're just doing a brief breakdown on anime knowledge, quote unquote. A shredded anime historian and owns spiders. That's the ultimate friend and YouTuber. Well, wish me luck on my mocks. Like a boss, well, I wish you luck. If you gotta go, you gotta go. But Y6 though, and every anime fan who is an anime fan, at some point you will reach this caliber of knowledge. It's just that it doesn't come easy because you're just too focused on anime. But once you start snapping away from the anime and start focusing on the actual behind the scenes, you'll become a god tier anime like historian. quote unquote. Like, I can talk about Mappa, Mushoku Tensei. I could talk about legit every single one of these for hours on end. Like, where do you want me to begin? Like, you want me to begin somewhere? Let's start with Bleach, I guess. Studio Pierrot. Studio Pierrot. Oh man, I could talk about this all day. God dang. Studio Pierrot. I actually like Studio Pierrot, but they keep screwing up anime adaptation. So for those who don't know, people keep pronouncing it as Studio Pierrot. This is incorrect, by the way. It's pronounced as Studio Pierrot because the T is silent. I found your channel through your push-up videos. Is that all you do, or for strength training, or do you go to a gym off camera? I actually work out off camera, so I do state in my push-up videos that I do work out as well. So I work and adjust my exercise on a weekly schedule. And yes, I do train and I do diet. So to answer your question, yes, I do train. And strength training, not necessarily much on progressive overload anymore, but mostly just focus on getting the reps in, I guess, or getting a good pump, quote unquote, 7, if you're wondering. But yeah, guys, I'm not the anime guy, but I know a bit about anime myself. Studio Pierrot, man, it's going to be 10 years ago that they created Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul came out 2014. Funny enough, the PV they used for Tokyo Ghoul when it was announced, a lot of that was just kind of incomplete animation, believe it or not. Especially the toga scene and that PV. I can never forget it. I pronounce it Studio Period. It's Studio Pierrot, as in a clown. Studio Pierrot, man, they're known for screwing up anime adaptations. Like, this is like, everybody knows them for that. They screwed up Tokyo Ghoul big time. Oh man, that hurts the most. Tokyo Ghoul, oh my gosh. Tokyo Ghoul needs to get a remake, but I don't think that will happen because Sui Yoshida, he kind of moved on with his own, I guess, doing his own thing. While he is creating some new manga series, but they're not doing too well. But we can all wish for the best for Sui Yoshida. But I wish they would do something with Tokyo Ghoul because I feel like this is the series that's totally worth rebooting. Because next year in 2024, it will be officially 10 years since Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 came out. I watched Tokyo Ghoul Seasons 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. Blu-ray is great, but I think Season 1 was good. Season 1 was good. Season 2, they changed it a bit. And then it just went downhill. The manga for Tokyo Ghoul is actually different. Like, oh man, I know we're talking about Studio Pierrot, but I'm going to jump into Tokyo Ghoul now, guys. So Tokyo Ghoul is an interesting case. A lot of people only watch the anime, but the manga is a completely different story. Like, after the whole Jason Yamori fight with Kaneki, whenever he gets his Marie Antoinette syndrome and his hair goes white, after that scene, everything else between the anime and the manga is different. Like, it is so different in like big ways. Like, some of the scenes play out similar, but it's not the same. Especially the centipede scene. God dang it. Man, they could have just... Season 2 centipede scene was not as good as the mangas. Oh man. The biggest disappointment the biggest disappointment in Season 2, without a doubt, was the bone breaks. I'm gonna try to achieve your physique one day. You're thinking about switching up the push-ups every day to like pull-ups? I do pull-ups every single week. Like, I just did pull-ups today. So, oh man. So I do work out 7s, and I do switch up my workouts depending on what needs to be adjusted according to my stage acting and dance instructing. So I do stay fit pretty much year round. And yes, I do other workouts as well, not just push-ups. So I do bench press, I do squats, I do pull-ups, deadlifts, anything with the dumbbells. So whatever is a dumbbell workout, you include those as well. So I pretty much work out and exercise as need be. And I do pull-ups obviously. So I do chin-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups, and then sometimes I do dragging pull-ups if I feel like it, but I have a really, my back gets strained pretty often, so I try not to overdo it on the pull-ups. I usually only do 3 sets of 13 or 3 sets of 15 pull-ups and just call it. So I usually do both push and pushing, strength of pull-ups, train and pull strength, equally for good physique. Yes. I train everything, guys. I don't know why people think I just do push-ups. If you do push-ups, the 2 things that will pretty much only benefit is your triceps and your chest. So you kind of had to work everything out to get a decent physique. For abs, I do sit-ups, leg raises, and pretty much hanging leg raises on the pull-up bar. And then the lower abs, obviously, leg raises help with that, obviously. Probably do some reverse crunches as well at times. And then for my obliques, I don't know why people don't work out their obliques. They should. Sorry, guys. I know I'm talking about training, but allow me to clarify a bit. I actually do train my obliques as well. I like to do Russian twists because I find that actually helps with my obliques. It works for me, so that helps me get some really good definition on the abs. So that way your sides can actually pop. I can do a lot of push-ups clean form, but I really get sore, so I push it very hard. You need to do other workouts then. That's the one thing I'd advise. Because it gets pretty tricky at times to get everything together, quote unquote. But hey, though, guys, I don't want to talk about my workouts because it's gonna change on the weekly. So whatever I do today is gonna be different next week. So hey, to each their own. But I really recommend jumping back to Tokyo Ghoul, guys. Sorry, I know I'm talking about workouts, but in terms of Tokyo Ghoul, though, I really recommend people to just read the manga. The manga is great. The manga is questionable at times. I'm 5'7", so you're 170 centimeters and 175 pounds, probably like 200% more body fat right now. Where should I be able to get shredded? 15% body fat. That is like the standard for most guys is 15% body fat. So you have quite a bit of ways to go, but honestly, it takes time to get shredded because you can lose the weight. But the skin takes a while for it to retract quite a bit. So I used to be chubbier, believe it or not. As a matter of fact, I used to have jelly rolls on my belly instead of the 6-pack, believe it or not. So I can relate for those people who don't have a 6-pack but now I'm shredded year round. Well, not shredded year round, but in a way I am kind of shredded year round. But it takes time, my dude. 7, you'll figure it out. But typically 15-70% body fat is when you'll noticeably become more shredded. But once you get a 10% body fat, that's when you're actually shredded. But it's not really healthy to stay shredded year round. So I always say 15 or 20% body fat is healthy. Because let's be honest, being shredded year round isn't the most healthiest. And even if I was to be shredded year round, I would definitely not feel as great. I would feel weaker. But hey, though, don't take that what you will and adjust and figure out what works best for you. Because I don't know why people keep asking about like, what is my workouts? Because my workouts work for me. So to each their own, I guess. But it's been a busy one, guys. I've been trying to get everything together, but I can't because like I got to train later today, guys. Even though I just trained earlier this morning. Because this morning I trained a bit with my shoulders and a little bit on my back doing pull-ups. But I gotta go and train a little bit of my arms and then my shoulders again. Because my shoulders, I can still feel it. They still feel great, so they're not as sore. And then probably go to bed. And then wake up and then do some late night work on this computer. Because it's hell. But guys, just do your best. Like, you shouldn't really compare yourself to other people. I never actually compared myself to anyone, as a matter of fact. It's kind of funny because in the beginning, it seems like I was chasing other people, but in the end, I was just chasing myself. And then everybody just hopped along behind me, which is kind of the most interesting part. Like, things just kind of happen. Like, It's crazy. Kind of like how this YouTube channel was. Like, I remember, like, just starting this channel because I was just not feeling too great. And then, over time, everybody just hop along and join us and just join on this journey. When I do Russian twist, my spine popped like a grenade. You're gonna need to find another workout for certain because some workouts are better for other people than others. For example, like when it comes to squats, I can't do too many squats because my back will start to break if I, especially when I'm going down with the pull-up bar. I mean, with the bar on my back, you know, like when I'm squatting with weights, my back literally feels like it's gonna pop. It's kind of funny because my brother actually herniated one of his back. Like, his spine literally, one of his discs on his spine literally herniated when he was doing squats with weights. So, I feel bad for my brother. Now he has like constant back pain. Oh my gosh. It's probably a genetic thing, honestly, why we can't do heavy weights when it comes to squats in our backs. But deadlifts, I can do deadlifts just fine. But I prefer not to do deadlifts with heavy weights because it really puts a lot of stress on my lower back. So I don't want to take chances, guys. But hey, that's just me though. Do it at your own risk. Figure out what works for you and what doesn't. Because my goodness, man, there are some workouts that I just can't do because like my body's just not meant for it. So hey, to each their own. Kind of like hammer curls, how people say it works out which part of your biceps, but for me, when I do hammer curls, it works out my forearms. But don't take my word don't take my word as truth, okay, guys? Take it with a grain of salt because I don't want to be encouraging people like that I do this or that, or encourage people the wrong thing. Studio Go Hands, man, they have so much potential though. But yeah, guys, jumping back into the anime topic though. There is so much animes I gotta watch, but I don't have as much time as I used to because I'm getting older. I think the only thing I can do now is just teach people about anime at this point because I just don't have the time to actually watch animes. Oh man. Boy, am I old. Too old. They work on Project Scarred. Oh my god, Project Scarred was such a horrible anime. Oh, okay, let us not go there. Huh. Gohans has some of the best animation style. It had the most unique aesthetic animation style. Sorry guys, I know that people don't want to talk about anime studios, but this anime studio is worth talking about though. I feel bad because they have had the worst hand dealt with. So, Heavenly Delusions is pretty decent. It is. I've only watched like 4 episodes, but I need to watch more to catch up. It's kind of funny because I talked about it here on the channel before it was picking up steam. And then, that's the thing about my videos. One thing I recognize about my YouTube videos is that they don't pick up steam until like weeks later. Like one day I wake up and all of a sudden it has like hundreds of views on it. I'm like, wait, what? This is like 2 weeks ago, about a month ago now. And it's crazy how anime be like that on this channel. I still need to mention that again, but I'll mention that towards the end of the stream, I guess. Or I'll mention this now too. I don't have... Okay guys, before I continue on with talking about Gohans and their pretty much rough history, one thing I really want to talk about is that when it comes to this YouTube channel, I've stated this before and I'll state it again. This might sound strange, but hear me out. I don't have any intentions of becoming a YouTuber. I know that sounds strange for a guy who uploads every single day and who live streams here and there. This whole channel idea, this whole Kumo Sensei, the whole channel was pretty much something I did for fun. And it just kind of happened, like everybody who came along. So I don't want people to think that I'm trying to make a career on YouTube. This is why I'm also very busy on my personal life, is because I want to focus on having an actual life, not just YouTube, okay guys? Don't take offense to that, guys. I really don't want people to take offense to that, as in like, this guy thinks he's too good for YouTube. No. I do YouTube because I think it's fun. And if I have free time, it's pretty much like an escape from reality at times whenever I'm not working or whenever I'm not busy. So I don't want people to think that everything I'm doing is because of YouTube. It's not. Like, I do this because I just love it, because it's fun. And it's honestly it's quite a breeze, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie though, I gotta be honest as well, I did have dreams a very, very, very long time ago of becoming an anime YouTuber or a big YouTuber, but I put that behind me now, guys, because as you grow older, your priorities changes. Because don't forget, guys, I'm in my 20s. I'm an adult. So it's something I want people to understand. So if you're wondering why I don't have time to watch anime or why I don't have time to make videos on this anime or that anime, it's not because I'm trying to cash in on views. It's just that I don't have the time and I don't have the priorities or the same feelings as I did in the past to become an anime or any YouTuber in general. So this is more so of a pastime. It's something I do for fun now. And I hope that people understand this, because people are taking me out of context thinking that I'm doing this because I want to become a big YouTuber. If it happens, it happens. At this point, I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm happy whatever I do on this channel. So, to people who are wondering about this YouTube journey, yes, it is a YouTube journey because I'm uploading on it. But at the same time, I don't have expectations like anymore of like whether I succeed or not on YouTube. So if 5 years from now I stop making YouTube videos, or if 5 years from now I become a big YouTuber, either way, it is what it is. But yeah, I just hope that clears it up, guys, because I don't want people taking me out of context. Well, so yeah, Rin. No, that's totally understandable. A bit of like a pastime. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Y6. It's your life. We don't judge. We just watch you for fun. For me, it's the motivation. Hey, that's great to hear. It's always best to start as a hobby and naturally get the audience that watches you. Yep, I guess so. It's kind of funny because back then, guys, I used to make so much content on I tried everything on YouTube. Commentary, memes, video breakdowns, spoiler reviews, like everything. And none of it has worked in the past. And this is when I was still in senior high school. Like, this was such a long time ago. I was in senior high school back then when I started YouTube. And then at some point, like, I just kind of gave up on that dream, honestly, because if we're being realistic, succeeding on YouTube is very difficult. And even if you do succeed, it is a very small number. Hello there, Marco. Welcome in. I'm so late. You're not late. We have free time today, so I'm going to be on for a little bit. But essentially, though, guys, if you're going to do YouTube, my advice is to not have any expectations, because whatever works, works. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. But I hope that people understand that the YouTube journey is not easy, because I've been on YouTube forever at this point. I feel like an old man. So this YouTube channel is essentially my retirement for YouTube at this point. I expect stream because 555 days of push-ups. Huh. I never thought of it like that. But welcome, Marco, though. I mean, that's a great way to think, I guess. Great minds think alike. But anyhow, though, guys, that clears up a little bit about YouTube. So to put it simply, I just don't have goals of becoming a big YouTuber. I'm just gonna let whatever happens at this point. So let's enjoy this journey and let's hop along for the ride. But Marco, though, we were talking about this anime studio Gohans and how they got how this anime studio did dirty. And oh boy, that anime got canceled. So sorry guys, let us jump back into the anime stuff. So Gohans has been around for a while now, but they're mainly known for their unique animation style, especially for K, which is where's K at? K here. And the problem with this anime studio was that they could not get the recognition they deserve. Their animation style is very unique. I really recommend people to watch K and the K Project animes and the movies because it's god tier. Well, for its time it was. Because this anime came out in 2012 almost, and it still holds up very well. As a matter of fact, this anime 10 years later still holds up better than most modern animes, which is honestly kind of a shocking thing to say. It's just that they went through so many lawsuits with that one anime that got canceled. I need to find it for you guys. Hold up. Go. Hold up, I'm looking for it. Right here. Hold up, guys. This is what really killed Studio Gohan's in a way. Which I honestly feel bad. Like, so this was an anime here that was going to adapt, guys. So Studio Gohan's was going to make this anime. It's actually a very old 90s series called, what was it? Hold up. It's in the title. Tokyo Babylon. But what ended up happening was that essentially it's essentially a remake or a remaster of the series. But what ended up happening was that there was a crazy lawsuit that literally got this show canceled and it never came out. And it put Gohan's at such a deficit for loss. They lost a lot of money, by the way, because this anime here, they already animated it. They made all these announcements. They already had like everything made already, and it just got canceled. And it took out millions of dollars out of Gohan's anime studio, and it put them in a bad spot, honestly. So I feel kind of bad for them. So to see them working on this right here, the girl I like Forgotten Glasses, it's a good thing to see that they're coming back. Who did the animation for Monogatari series? I don't remember actually. Hold up. Sorry, anime studios, they come and go in my head. Excuse myself. I'm just gonna pull up Monogatari real quick. Oh, Studio Shaft, that's right. Studio Shaft do adapt from games as well, which is kind of funny because there was that one game adaptation they adapted from which wasn't as good. But yeah, Studio Shaft, man, they adapt a lot of light novels and visual novels. The only thing I know Shaft mostly for is light novels that they adapt from, because they adapted some of the things from the Kagero days, aka Mecha City Actors. But I never really did a full breakdown of what they animated, because like they've been around forever, since like the early 2000s, maybe even longer actually. Hold up. They've been around since 1975, so they're OGs. That's crazy. Oh, they did Marsh Comes In Like a Lion. That's interesting. And they did Madoka Magica. Oh, wow. This is a Yuri anime, guys. I don't know why people say it's not. It's a Yuri anime. Fight me. I started to rewatch Bakemonogatari, and I need to say that is a great series. Man. People always talk about Monogatari series, but nobody wants to read the light novels because the light novels are so hard to understand. And not to mention, like, even the Japanese readers, when they read it in Japanese, even they find it confusing at times. That's how confusing Monogatari can be. I actually like Monogatari series, though. I think the thing about Monogatari that makes it very interesting is the mystique and the questioning behind everything that's happening. My hair is a wreck. This is bad hair, guys. Ren, I'll give it a watch. By all means, feel free to do so. Oh, they also did Fate Extra Last Encore. That's interesting. I will say this, though. For those who don't know Shaft, when they adapt, I need to explain Studio Shaft for a second, because a lot of people don't understand how this anime studio works. Every anime studio has a unique way of approaching animes, and Studio Shaft is one of those that has a very unique approach to it. And which a lot of people may not have noticed, but Studio Shaft, when it comes to adapting a lot of the choices that they choose to adapt from, they don't just tell you outright. They give you pieces of it, and then you, as the watcher, will kind of have to piece together everything that's happening. And this is why I love Studio Shaft, because they're kind of like, the way they animate stuff is that they don't outright tell you. They give you piece by piece by piece, and then you put it together. And this is why I love Studio Shaft, because the way they animate stuff is that they don't outright tell you. They give you piece by piece by piece, and then you put it together. And this is why I love Studio Shaft, because the way they animate stuff is that they don't outright tell you. They give you piece by piece by piece, and then you put it together. Like Monogatari is an example of that. Let's look at here. Mecha City Actors, one example. Monogatari, another example. What else? Madoka Magica is another example. Like, Studio Shaft, they don't necessarily outright tell you what's going on. They just kind of give you pieces. But that's the stuff they choose to adapt from. They always choose to adapt the light novels that tend to have a mystery behind it, which I honestly respect them for that because they're great at doing that. It's kind of disappointing that Mecha City Actors here didn't do well because oh my gosh, some of the anime episodes for Mecha City Actors here was pretty bad. But I am actually one of the biggest fans of Mecha City Actors. Like, this is one of my favorites. My hidden guilty pleasure favorites, I guess, of anime. Because this anime has so much lore, but the anime does not tell you or give it to anybody. Which is why this show kind of plummeted, and it hurts me because I love Mecha City Actors, this anime here. God dang it. Because to get the okay. How do I explain? Okay, let me explain about this project here for a second. Because this is kind of difficult to explain. Mecha City Actors was originally a project called Kagero Days. And Kagero Days was created by a guy named Jin. The thing about Jin was that he told this story in pieces and in different formats, different mediums. So it was not just anime. That's the thing. So to be able to get the full story of this series here, you have to watch the music videos and music that's made by Jin, read the manga, read the light novels, then watch the anime, and then piece together everything that's happening, and then you get the full story. But the anime doesn't go into depth about the other mediums. So everybody just kind of left in the dark, and this kind of plummeted the show, but the lore and the story, man. Not to mention some of the greatest music of all time comes from this anime. Oh my god. Outer Science. There are so many covers of Outer Science. And that song legit came from Kagero Project, aka Kagero Days, aka Mecha City Actors. God almighty. I remember, even now, people are still making covers of that song, Outer Science. Like, the lore never dies in this series. The fans keep this series alive. It is just surprising, man. I think my favorite song of Mecha City Actors, I like Days. I thought Days was a great opening song. And I like Days. Days and Days. Those two songs are bangers. And I also like, what else? There was one that was sung by, Ia. Or IA. Ia. That's right. This is before her shift in Vocaloids. But, man, I can go on days about this anime's history. I know, like, 101. And only animate our main characters, the others are just colorless. That's actually kind of true as well, as a matter of fact, when it comes to Studio Shaft. That's pretty interesting. But this is Mecha City Actors for you guys, though. See, the thing is that I don't really recommend people to watch this anime because it cuts out so much detail. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to get the full story of this amazing story. And I still like the characters too. Like, oh man, Kido. Oh, I don't remember all the characters' names, man, but I still remember some of those. Konoha, Momo, Ayano, Mary, Kano, I think, was it? And there's Kido. Man, I still remember some of the characters, and it's been almost 9 years since this anime came out, 2014. Which is honestly kind of surprising because I thought I forgot because I haven't rewatched it in a very long time, but I should. The Blu-ray for this series is actually very good. It's just that the TV anime version is not. So, the Blu-ray version actually fixes the animation for some of this stuff. They tell me where to read the Monogatari light novels. You buy it on Amazon. Amazon sells it. You can buy a paperback copy for like, I forgot which. Was it the paperback or was it the digital versions of Monogatari that you can buy it for? I don't remember exactly. Was it like $6 or was it $10 USD? Huh. I know that you can buy it online though, if you want to read it, but because who is the publisher of Monogatari? I don't even know. Wow, that's funny. I know a lot about animes, but I don't know about Monogatari. Hold up. Let me search it up real quick. Oh. Because I know that you can buy it on Amazon. Because Amazon is pretty much one of the only places where you can actually buy Monogatari. Oh wow, they're doing a box set for 61 US dollars. And it's free shipping. That's interesting. Yeah, it's on Amazon. That's the only place to get it. I'm sorry. I mean, there's also fan translations and whatnot that you can read, but there's very Monogatari is very strange because I don't feel like reading it like through a fan translation would do it justice. You're going to pretty much need to go the legal route to actually read Monogatari. If you want a good read, that is, because translating this is a nightmare. Like, I wouldn't even know how to translate Monogatari if I had to translate from Japanese to English. Oh, they did a Salt Lily Bouquet? That's interesting. This anime here is such a... This anime's opening for a Salt Lily Bouquet is such a banger, even though it's like idols. So I didn't like anime Monogatari line. There's between light novel and anime. Here's the thing. There's not really much of a difference, in my personal opinion, between the light novels and the anime. Now, granted, I want to make a disclaimer before I get into this discussion. I am not caught up with the light novels because, as a matter of fact, the light novels is so hard to translate that I pretty much only read the first and a half. Ew, that kind of hurts to say. The first volume and half volume, okay, for the second one. So, and honestly, I have to say, so far, like from way back when, from when I last read it, it's pretty spot on. Here's the thing that I do find pretty interesting is that the tone the atmosphere is there, but the tone is different. I think that's the best way to put it. It's kind of confusing, but that's the only way I can describe it. So Araragi, essentially, he's more... The anime makes him seem more like a pervert, but in the light novel, the ways I interpret him, Araragi, in the light novels, I feel like he's more of a... he's more of a oddball. He's just kind of there when things happen. Which is strange to say because, look, I only read one volume. Cut me some slack, okay, guys? Maybe there's more to him in later volumes, but it's kind of funny because, one great example was the way everything stumbles with Senjo Gahara and Araragi. Because look, now don't get me wrong, it happens the same way in both light novels and the anime. But the difference is that in the light novel, you can actually read his thoughts. And when you read his thoughts, you'll be like, oh, so he didn't see this coming. And that's the part I find kind of interesting, is that things just kind of happen in Monogatari's light novel. Not in a way to where like it's random, but it's kind of like a way to bring the character into place, to put it simply. I don't know, it's so hard to explain because it's unlike most light novels I've read. Because for those who don't know, light novels is always in first person, like 99% of the time. So you're reading it in Araragi's perspective. So I think this is the best way to put it. The anime puts it in third person, so you see Araragi and Senjo Gahara and everything that happens. So like the question, like it's not the question, but it's a matter of where do you see it, essentially. Y6. Well, I'm gonna go make a late night snack. I'm getting hungry. Y6, you gotta go. You gotta go. By all means, feel free to do so. Monogatari series is not for everyone. Most of the series is dialogue, which makes it more interesting. That's the thing, though. If you want to see, like... Oh man, this is such a hard one to explain. I don't know how to put it, guys. It's a very interesting series, quote unquote. Hold up, let me see what the what is their recent works? Huh. Sorry guys, I'm just looking around for a second. Give me a second to look around for Studio Shaft for a second. Because I'm not too familiar with all of their works. I know they've been around forever, guys, but I really just want to check out what they have. So mostly Monogatari and other side projects that I'm not too familiar with or of. Huh, I thought that would be making more stuff than this, actually. Oh, they did, this? That's interesting. And they did EF Attila Melodies? Okay, that's kind of sad. I mean, the series is sad, but great series, by the way. And also did Nisekoi. Nisekoi would never get... We talked about Nisekoi last time on this channel, but I should bring it up again. I still wonder when they're going to actually make the next season for Nisekoi, because the manga has been done for a long time. When will the anime catch up? Oh my gosh. I feel bad for the Onodera fans, man, because, oh my gosh, I don't think that will ever happen. Oh, I'm going to get canceled for saying that, but I really don't think that is going to happen in Nisekoi anytime soon, or ever, because of how it ended. Not going to spoil the manga, guys, if you haven't read it, but dang, do I miss it, though. And I'm surprised that it was announced getting a sequel manga, like, about what happens 10 or so years in the future. It's just so surprising, because, like, Nisekoi, I honestly did not expect that to happen. And Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. I still haven't watched that yet, Marco. So, I know you keep telling me to watch it, but, like, I just don't feel like watching it. Don't hate me for saying that. It's just that a matter of principles and, stuff. But goddamn, I'm so ready for this, though. The only anime I'm super hype about is Dark Gathering, because horror, we need it. The one thing, why is this demographic shonen? It's supposed to be horror. God damn it, man. Why do they keep doing this? Do people just not care about horror animes anymore? We had that discussion last time. Let's not get into it again. Sugar Apple Fairy Tail Part 2? Huh? That's interesting. Here's the vending machine anime, reborn as a vending machine. Honestly, when it comes to these isekais, man, I don't even know, like, if I'm going to watch these. I know that people want me to watch these isekais, but I just don't feel like watching a lot of them, because I feel like I know what's going to happen. Because the majority of them, okay, guys, not all of them, hear me out. The majority of them, to me, are pretty much copy and paste with one slight twist. And then that's pretty much your isekais nowadays. So this one here, I'm gonna hate to say this, but I'm most likely gonna pass on this one here. Although, god dang it. I'm more interested about you reading I Became the Melee's Adopted Daughter, just that. I've only read, I think I read 4 chapters since the last time, so I'm on chapter 46 right now. And I have to say, it's kind of funny because, like, okay, I have one problem, and then I have one, and then the rest I'm talking about. So I have one problem, and the one problem I have with that is the translations. The translations, man, why they keep changing Filio's pronunciation? Like, at this point, it just annoys me because, okay, hear me out. I'm like, reading it stresses me out. When it comes to reading, I Became the Melee's Adopted Daughter. It's because of translation issues. I don't know who's translating. I need to go look at it again to see who's doing the translating, but the thing is that the translations for the names are so interchangeable. So it changes every single few chapters to where, like, at times I don't know how it's pronounced. And as a matter of fact, like, I've been recently, like every single chapter I've read, like from chapters 37 onwards, I literally had to ask my homies in Canada about how to translate some of this Korean, because I like translating Korean. Look, I don't read Korean, but the translations, it's been all over the place. So I literally had to talk to them about how to translate this. And there are times where and remember, we don't really talk like that anymore. So I would send a message and wait for about 2 days, maybe 3 days, to actually get a message back about this translations. And oh man, that is the roughest thing about reading this series. It is, you're gonna hate me for saying this, Marco, but here's my honest criticism. It is very hard to read because sometimes it's poorly translated. Not every chapter, but some chapters. Not all, but some. I wouldn't say most, actually, just some. But everything else has been a breeze, though. It's kind of, but currently where I'm at, though, pretty much I find it pretty funny because it seems like a boy's love between Filio and his best friend, quote unquote. Because his best friend he gives such a boys loves vibe, quote unquote, that look, I'm not into dudes by any means, but he gives off such that weird vibe, and even Leonia calls him out on it. I was like, oh, you two are such great lovers. And Filio was like, nope, not having it. It's so funny, but I'm currently there right now. And currently what has happened is that Filio has now warned his friend about what has been going on what has been going on in the West, obviously. And since his friend is pretty much in charge of the West and the imports and everything that has happened over there in terms of the economy, like, he's pretty much aware now, and pretty much that's where we're at. So currently there's not much to go on because I only read like 4 chapters here. So the stepmother part, I know, right? I was like, wait, what? She's like, I'm gonna get married to Filio, and then you're gonna be I'm gonna be your stepmother. And Leonia is like, wait, what? Excuse me? You're a 6-year-old girl. What are you talking about? She's 6. Like, oh my gosh. And then oh gosh. And then her mother was like, oh no, it was an accident, okay, guys? Allow me to explain what happened. So she read a book, and then she just took inspiration from it, essentially. I was like, oh my god. That is not how you raise a daughter. Just saying. And pretty much, so currently, Leonia and her, I forgot what's her name. Sorry, I forgot her name because it's still fresh in my head, but it kind of just slipped. But essentially, they're making up to be friends again, I guess, quote unquote. And that's currently where I'm at. But it's been a hectic one, I tell you what, especially the reading. I need to find somebody who's willing to actually give me better translations, or ask my friends continuously to translate for me, because this is going to get very rough to read. Because man, the translations have been all over the place. I tried 3 different sites for a manhwa, and it's just, it's been an interesting one, honestly. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much about it, I guess. About where I'm at currently in terms of reading the novels and whatnot. I would read more, but I spent that time actually watching other stuff, anime, quote unquote. So I did watch some episodes of One Piece. I'm not caught up with One Piece because I'm reading the manga, and I stopped watching the anime, but I started picking up the anime again because why not? The first thing, Leo, was that yeah, I noticed that. And then they literally blocked her mouth to stop her from completing her sentence because of her vulgar language. Like, she has such a... It's kind of funny because Filio even calls her out on it. Filio's like, why is your language so vulgar? Like, why do you have such profanity? And she's like, what do you mean? I wrote it innocently. Like, she was writing like it was all innocent and whatnot. And then she like oh gosh. And then the part about the letter that she wrote was so funny. How to beat up somebody with a teacup and whatnot. I was like, oh my god. This is definitely this is definitely more interesting than it sounds. But yeah, guys, let us jump. But that's currently where I'm at, though. There's nothing really much other than that. I'll still read more, but the orphanage. Yeah, Philia was like, "Where did you learn that?" And she was like, "The orphanage." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I see you." Well, that's currently where I'm at, though, Marco, in terms of watching the series. I mean, reading the series, though. I would read more, but I feel like I need to find a better translation. Not trying to be mean, just being honest. Because unlike the other, like, it's a common issue in manga, I understand. But this one is the one that gets to me because it keeps changing, so... The translations, that is, so I need to find a better translation. But anyhow, though, guys... I'm getting kind of tired, but... Any other things you want me to talk about, though? Because I think that's about it for now. Because in terms of animes and stuff, I'm pretty much catching up to everything else. Because there's only a few stuff I need to watch before I'm caught up. Thanks for reading it. I'm still reading it, I just need to find a better translation, that is. But once I do, though, it's going to be a breeze. And as stated, guys, when it comes to my personal life, I'm currently busy with spider work. Because if you look up here... there's a new rack of babies. If you guys can see that. Baby spiders, that is. And currently, if you're wondering how many baby spiders there are, there's currently 106 new baby spiders. Now... 1610. But yeah, though, guys, those are pretty much all I'm doing right now. Spider work. I'm not doing any stage acting, by the way, right now, because unless a role pops up, then I'll probably hop back on. But as of now, I'm kind of on the relax for that part. Dance instructing is still happening, still on a weekly basis. And it should wrap up next month or early August, sometime soon. And honestly, that's about it, honestly. So if anybody have any questions or anything they want to talk about, please, by all means, feel free to do so. So, yeah, guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stick around because I'm always around. Oh! By the way, Marco, now that you mentioned subs, so YouTube has actually changed their programs now, guys. So, the YouTube Partnership Program, now, instead of 4,000 hours, you only need 3,000 hours. So, so currently, we have 2,255 hours of watch time. So currently, we only need 750 hours left of watch time before we're able to get paid here on YouTube. But once I do get paid, though, I will keep my promise of helping other smaller channels, other streamers out as well. So yeah, we're almost there to monetization, guys. Closer than we think now that they lowered the restrictions. As a matter of fact, now is the best time to actually become a YouTuber. I stated this in my my community sections, if you haven't checked it out already. And I recommend it now. Now is a great time to become an anime YouTuber, or a YouTuber in general. Because it is very easy to become a partner now. Very easy. You only need 500 subscribers instead of 1,000. Upload 3 videos within the past month. Or past week. I don't remember. Past month, I think. And also, you need 3,000 hours of watch time. Instead of 4,000 hours of watch time. Oh yeah, I need to change that. My bad. You're totally right. Hold up. There he goes. But yeah, though, the YouTube stuff has become super easy, which is kind of funny because I think the reason why YouTube did it is to encourage people to upload more on YouTube and to also compete with other competitors on YouTube. So any competitor sites to YouTube, I guess they're trying to beat those out, which is why they lowered the monetization requirements. But yeah, I find that to be interesting, guys. So we will get YouTube partnership in the future. I don't know how long it'll take though. I say by the end of the year, maybe we should be able to get YouTube partnership. But we kind of had to wait and see. Okay, John. Sorry, I missed your comment. I still haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul Re because I'm missing Re Part 1 Blu-ray. I have Re Part 2 Blu-ray. You'll eventually get it though. I think the Blu-ray is actually pretty nice to have. But hey, take your time, John. You don't no need to rush yourself, man. One step at a time. That's all it takes. I'm gonna give you... Okay, hold up, guys. Allow me to check some stuff real quick. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, but in terms of YouTube monetization, guys, sorry. We're almost there. Or we're closer now. Because now we only need 700 hours, technically. 750 hours. And then we will be able to get monetized on this YouTube channel. And then the first thing I'm going to do is to actually help out other smaller channels. Ones that I find interesting. But I'm not just going to choose people who are subs, because then that wouldn't be fair. I'm going to give everybody a chance. And also, I just wish people would stop trying to add me as a friend on Discord and on my emails and stuff, because that's kind of strange. I'm guessing people are trying to add me because they want to do shoutouts and whatnot, but I kind of had to pass because I already had too many friend requests. So I don't want more added to my list. It'll be a headache. Oh, but yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today, honestly. So yeah, we're getting close to YouTube monetization, honestly. And I don't plan on changing things much. Even if I do get paid on YouTube, guys, I'm not gonna like change much of my content. I think everything stays the same, I guess. We kind of had to wait and see, but I'm pretty certain things will stay the same. But yeah, guys, I gotta go working out pretty soon, so let us get going. So without further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around for this live stream. And please, if you haven't already, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stick around. And join us in the Discord. Link to everything is down below. And also, guys, I'm very busy this week. And my stepsister's marriage is coming pretty soon. I don't know exactly when it will happen, because there's a lot of planning and a lot of things we gotta prepare for. So if the next few days or the next upcoming weeks I'm busy, guys, you may notice it, but overall, I think everything should be fine. So without further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I should communicate on the Discord from time to time about what's going on. And with that, yeah, stick around, and thanks for supporting me, and on to the next one. Baka! Oh wait, and I should live stream again either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Most likely Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, there it goes. That's really about it.